Late last year, we drove the Subaru Legacy 2.5 IS, and we found it to be a little tame. It certainly did nothing to support the popular theory that Subaru only make obnoxious boy racermobiles. Overall though, it was a decent car, and definitely a good basis for this, the 2.5 GT. For starters, it is a very good looking car. I had my misgivings about it the first time I saw it, and only because the rear looks a little too generic. But the front end is especially pleasing on the eye, and the rest of the package has a definite style to it, or at least I think so. There has been the odd comment that it's trying to look like a Lexus and that it is slab-sided, but the things that caught my eye were the subtle body kit and the 18-inch wheels. One thing's for sure, it's got fewer creases and lines than its competition. Although I don't think creases and lines is the reason Subaru don't sell as many Legacies as Mercedes-Benz sell C-Classes. There's no doubt that this car is, at the very least, on the same level as its executive rivals, but it just doesn't have the bragging rights. From any other point of view, you don't really miss out on anything by driving a Legacy. And that goes for the interior as well, which is a bit Japanese looking, but it's spec'd superbly. 6-disc CD player, keyless entry, sunroof, cruise control, dual zone climate control, and everything is included in the price. So while you won't be shocked at the price of any extras you'll want to add, because there won't be any, you may be disappointed if you do want more stuff. Things like a Bluetooth phone setup or sat-nav just aren't available in the Legacy, and that may count against it. As for the build quality, it's right up there with the best. The materials look and feel good. Even the carbon fiber is a very good fake, and it's all ergonomic and simple to use. There's plenty of room for everyone in this Subaru. It has the longest wheelbase of any car in its class. That means more legroom for your rear passengers. One thing this Subaru does well is comfort, especially in this electrically adjustable driver's seat. The suspension setup is not too hard, it's not too soft, it's just right. And although this car loves to please, it kind of prefers it when you take control. It didn't take Subaru too long to bolt a turbo onto the 2.5-litre motor from the lesser Legacy, and this isn't a carryover from any of the other models. This engine was designed specifically for this car, and they've done things like move the turbo closer to the cylinders to reduce lag. It's a 195 kilowatt, 350 Newton-meter 4-cylinder, and it's just brilliant. That repositioning of the turbo has done the trick. There's absolutely zero lag and it's instantly responsive. Now normally when you think of Subaru you think of loud wheels and loud wings and loud exhausts, but the Legacy has got none of those things, so it's a little bit toned down. But it does still deliver strong performance and it is super smooth. Even when you dial in the S-Sharp driving mode, it's still smooth, just a little bit more instant. I said this car needs you to be decisive, and that's largely because of the gearbox. The other Legacy models are equipped with either a CVT or manual transmission, but in the GT, it's a 5-speed automatic. In auto mode, it doesn't really like half-hearted accelerator input, and in heavy traffic it can sort of hunt for gears, and then those gear changes in that situation are a little bit CVT-like, which is a bit odd. It's much better in manual mode, although you have to use the paddles, which are a bit plasticky, but the whole thing feels a lot better. That's a very minor complaint in what is overall a very good drive. The turbo motor has added something that was missing from the Legacy lineup, something that offers good power to an otherwise tame lineup. It is Subaru's own take on the executive sedan, with real comfort, decent spec and strong performance. Now all it has to do is convince brand-loyal South Africa that it is a worthy contender. The 2.5 turbo has added some genuine performance to the Legacy lineup and makes the GT the most complete version yet. The 5-speed auto box is good but works best when you take control via the pedals. Subaru doesn't quite have the shine of its German rivals, but it is every bit as good.